So, dear Dhamma friends, and you have to be happy yourself, and you spending this time whenever possible for you. And at the same time, you have to be aware yourself to develop little by little this profitable skill, sitting yourself and observing and recognizing, and that deeper recognition will slowly transform you moment by moment. So when you look at the world, when you look at the nature, the very nature itself similar to our life also. And when you look at the trees, when you look at the other all the things around us, it always in a journey, it always that transform. If you put a seed, it become a little plant, and then with the one leaf it become two, and it start to get into branches, and it start to get into flowers, and it start to get into fruits. So like that, it always in a journey, and that journey, that transformation, it always fulfill it. So but ourselves sometimes, we most of time stuck with our bodily, verbally or mentally action, and which we call habitual pattern. We just repeat the same thing again and again and again, inside, outside. That is sometimes we experience as life, repetition of our own action. We not allow ourselves to transform. But the meditation itself help you to, in the first level, to recognize that inside you, and where you are in this journey, how it is happening inside you. That recognition itself will help you to slowly move forward and transform yourself to next level of you, next version of you. So at the same time, you have responsibility to look yourself, take care yourself. Why? Because so far in this life journey, it little by little, this transformation happened around you. But if you are not go with it, if you not transform yourself, if you just depending from your own habit or the own emotions, that wherever you go, even thousand lifetimes you move forward, you come back, there is no difference. So then look yourself every day, count on you every day, take it as a responsibility yourself to transform. Sometimes around you, other people, your family members, your husband, wife, children, maybe your parents, maybe they not allow you to transform yourself. Why? Because that is when they are stuck in that nature, and they don't like if you move forward, if you become different. And that's why you have to slowly, deeply observe yourself and recognize where you are and how this happened to you. So then you have to take action deeply inside you. It needs certain mindfulness, awareness, it needs certain strength. So that strength, that mindfulness, that awareness you can develop while you sitting and practicing this. And naturally then it start to come, and you can apply it to day-to-day life. And once you start to deeply recognize and understand and change inside you, there is no one can stop you. But without that deeper understanding, in the surface level, if you try to change, just by telling one word from other people, and maybe you're going to stop it. And sometimes if you look very carefully, when you decide to change, the very first thing sometimes that our own inside come against us. No, 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 you cannot do this. Just stay like this. This is better for me. Another thing is your near and dear ones, your loved ones, the people around you, not allow you to change. They come against and they start to say things. There are very few people. When you're ready to change, when you're ready to transform, there are very people say, go ahead, go for it. You can do it. Change yourself. So, if you have somebody like that, you are so lucky. So take this opportunity yourself. And at the same time, remember, we are so far in this samsaric journey. We came and we don't know how far we came. It is a long, long journey. But in this journey, we used to accumulate a lot of demerits and at the same time lot of profitable skills. But in this very moment, what we can do? We have to focus to ourselves and see and take care of ourselves and maximize our profitable skills and minimize our unprofitable skills. So you can do that and you can recover from yourself. You can rebuild your inner qualities. So only thing is, you have to be a little bit mindful with your bodily, verbally and mentally action without feeding to your greed, hatred or the delusion, or that mean ignorance, and try to slowly step by step and to develop your loving kindness, compassion and generosity and the wisdom. So that way you start slowly to build up your profitable skill. And not only that, when you start to build up that, what is happening? Whatever the profitable skills you accumulated in the samsaric journey, it's like magnet. It start to become powerful. It start to become recharge. It start to rebuild. So, and at the same time, it can happen to other side also. If you start to go towards unprofitable ways, and if you start to develop and accumulate demerits, akusala, so whatever the things with the greed, hatred and the delusion, maybe you start with one little action, but it also has the same kind of strength and power to bring your past, the demerits or the unprofitable skills. So maybe you just start here a little bit and then tomorrow you wake up with the more powerful demon inside you. So then as a human being today, you have to be mindful and you have to be aware yourself, not to bring that things to you, but to develop the profitable skills. So you can do it, and little by little, if you able every day, if you take a step forward and transform yourself with this inner qualities, and then you will see around you slowly start to change. Surrounding you, that wherever you are, it start to change. And also yourself, you start to get connected to this nature, and you start to recognize the dharma. When you recognize the dharma, when you slowly come to the truth, there is nothing else you need there to understand. When you really get connected to the truth, the mind itself becomes satisfied. That satisfaction brings you the tranquility state and completion. In that completion, in that satisfaction, you recognize deeply that your transformation happened there. Because without that completion, without you completing this moment, without you become satisfied, your transformation not going to happen. So that's why that completion deeply happening, that when you have the effort to minimize your demerits and maximize your profitable skills. So there was a monk in a mountain, and that monk, his old monk, and that master had a little monk, newly uh, came little monk. So this new monk, little monk, used to help this old monk. So the master one day practicing meditation and saw this little monk within 8 days he going to die. The 8th day he going to die. And the master observed and saw he couldn't do anything. He cannot change his destiny. So what he can do? He called this little monk and told, so tomorrow morning you go back to your home and stay with your parents and visit your family, have some time with them, and then after 7 days, the 8th day come back to temple. So the little monk was so happy. This is the time he got to go back to his parents after a long time. And he was so happy, and next day early morning he wake up and start his journey. And when he came down to the mountain, when he came down from the mountain, and there was a river, and he saw, while he resting there, that lot of ants, and in a place that struggling to survive with the water. So, and he saw, because of the last night rain, the river, the water also little by little rising. And he knew within another few hours this all the ants going to die because of this water. And what he did, he took out his cloth, robe, and then with it covered with mud, and he covered that ants around and cover the block the water and save that the ants. And then he waited there and waited, and little by little himself, what he did, he started to cover the water and make another path to water flow away from these ants. And he was so happy. Oh, he did something. He didn't think about that much, but he enjoyed just helping to these little ants. And he went home. The old monk was so unhappy. He knew this little monk going to die going to pass away within 8 days. And he was so unhappy, and he started to practice meditation and transfer the merits to this little monk to find a better place in his next life. And then now 8th day came. The old monk was practicing meditation, and suddenly he heard the footsteps. This little monk coming with the happy face, smiling. Then the old monk start to ask, so what you did this last 7 days? How was your journey? So then the little monk start to tell what happened the very first day when he came down from the mountain, and while he resting next to the river, what he did. And the old monk said, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And then the old monk understood, you can get the life just by giving life. Not by praying, not by asking, not by requesting, not by waiting. So everything the same, my dear friends. So whatever in life, so whatever we put back to this universe, it come back to us. That is the nature of this world. That is the dharma you have to understand. So then yourself, with your bodily, verbally and mentally action, remember, whatever you put, it doesn't matter knowingly, and it doesn't matter maybe you do it secretly, and it doesn't matter you do in front of others or you do it just yourself, but with intention. If you put something to this universe, if you give something to this others, and remember, it will come back to you, it will find you. There is no way you can escape from it unless you develop the higher profitable skills and find a higher place to exist yourself. So then it is your responsibility. Look yourself. If you go through situation, if you experience something, that means you have given it to somebody somewhere in the samsaric journey. So then if you don't like it, and look the opposite side of it and start to give it to others, share it to others, and within few days you will see, and you're not going to get it, and you will start to get what you gave, and you start to get what you like, and you will gain the comfort and the happiness. So this is a very basic nature of the samsara. So once you understand that, you make a very clear, comfortable path for you, and you don't make mistakes, and then you always do with your bodily, verbally and mentally action, you always do the nice thing, good things for others, and that way in the basic level you start to get a very comfortable life for you. In that comfort, when the mind become relaxed, calm, comfortable, that calm, relaxed, comfortable mind will help you to recognize how things come to be as they are. That recognition will transform you from samsara to nibbana. So that is how this works. I hope this will help for you. So with this good practice, I wish upon everyone, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. May everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. So bless you.